Hey girl, welcome to the Feminine Founder Podcast, where we are all about learning and growing professionally so that we can build a life that we are proud of and really love. My name is Caroline, and I'm a LinkedIn expert obsessed with teaching female entrepreneurs how to start, grow, and scale their personal brand and business on LinkedIn. This podcast is all about sharing our stories and learning from each other on how to navigate our professional journey so that we can live our best lives. So if you are just starting out on your entrepreneurial journey, or you're growing and scaling an epic company, you are in the right place, friends. Today, I want to talk about a topic that is lighting me up this week. And some of you, when I tell you what it is, are going to be like, ew, ick. And I totally understand because I've been there too. But the topic is finances. And the reason I say that is because earlier this week, I interviewed a certified financial planner. She also is a female entrepreneur, and she owns two different businesses. One is she works with high net worth women on structuring their assets, having their make money for them. And the other arm was working with women who are just like everyone else and maybe going through transitions and need to figure out how to invest their money in the market so it can grow and make money for them eventually. Through their investments. And so anyways, the interview coming up is with an individual named Stephanie Vockrell, and look for it in about a month. It should be on my podcast guest list. But we talked about one thing that I really wanted to talk about with you guys today, and that is that we all go through things in our life. And one thing that she brought up, and she made a great point, was there is the 3 Ds that exist in our life. And you're probably sitting there thinking, like, what are the 3 Ds? Well, they're death, disability, and divorce. And those are 3 things that can really rock our world when it comes to finances and things that we need to prepare ourselves and protect ourselves for if possible. And for those of you listening and know me, you know I've been through 2 of the 3 things. Obviously not death. I'm here talking to you in this podcast. But in my 20s, I went through a divorce. And in my 30s, I went through a 6-month period where I was disabled. I couldn't even walk. And that was last year after I had a terrible accident. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. But anyways, I'm only 37 and I've experienced 2 of the 3 Ds already. So my encouragement for you is to get it together in the financial department so you can start investing in the market and yourself so you can create a life that you love and are financially safe. And for me, the disabled thing, so last year I was taking my dog out, and we live in an area in Beaufort, South Carolina, where there are a lot of deer, and we don't have a fence at our house. And so I was taking my dog out on a retractable leash, and Xena went crazy. This deer came into our yard at the exact same moment. She went nutso. I basically flew down the stairs and cracked my heel bone completely in half. And that literally rocked my world, changed my life. I'm a huge advocate of exercise. I exercise, lift weights, or run 6 days of the week. And so the fact that I had to have this emergency surgery situation and have 3 screws put back in my foot to put it back together, not to mention the 16 weeks of rehab I had to go through after the surgery, it was literally a terrible time. My husband is a saint and an angel and took care of me. But at that time, I was not able to be myself and be active and be mobile. And so anyways, my point is you never know what's going to happen. And so you have to protect yourself and set things up so that you can still live your life, as normal. And same thing for the divorce in my 20s. I mean, a divorce, you never go into a marriage expecting to get divorced, right? I don't care if your marriage right now is rainbows and ponies. That's great. I'm happy for you. But at the time, I entered that marriage and wasn't expecting to get divorced like most divorces. And so I think it's super important to protect yourself and have a prenup. There's also such thing as a postnup, which is important too. And a postnup, that would be a scenario where maybe you got married and started a business and the business started exploding. And so that would be a time where that would be necessary to bring in and talk to your partner with. And prenups and postnups have this dark cloud over them. They're like, we don't want to talk about them. There's a huge stigma to them. But in reality, they are really great ways to protect yourself. You want to look at protecting yourself. If you are a business, you want to protect your business as well. And I'm not here giving financial advice for the record, but it was really lighting me up talking about these things because I think they need to be talked about. And so anyways, that is my short stint of sharing a little bit of what's happened to me, or some things that have happened to me that also relate to the podcast that we talked about, and why you need to protect yourself for financial things coming up in your future. And either way, if you want to talk about this, you can DM me on LinkedIn, on Instagram. I'm here for you. We can talk about it. Until next time.